What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel as you come in and you check out the content. And with that being said, man, I want to speak about the disrespect that this kid, what's his name, Jalen Tyson, showed for LeBron James, right? Um, LeBron James recently went back to Cleveland to play a game, and this was like supposed to be, a good moment for LeBron James. This was going to be his last time, playing against the Cleveland Cavaliers, possibly, depending on whether he go back there next season or not, or whether he plays next season or not. And so the media and they was trying to honor LeBron James, right? And this guy right here just really kind of just stole the show. And this what he did kind of remind me of like when Kanye West, I think what's the young lady name? Taylor Swift was receiving an award, and Kanye West ran out on a stage and big up what's the other girl name? Beyonce. He gave big ups to Beyonce, right? And it just reminded me of that, like and which I thought it was uncool. But this guy right here, man, and I'm gonna play the audio in a little bit, but I just wanted to say, like, all right, so he upstaged LeBron James, disrespected him, and he said that this team, basically forget LeBron James. This is Donovan Mitchell's team. They coming off of a victory. They just blew the Lakers out. And then so after the game, the media want to big up LeBron James. But he wasn't letting that happen, man. He was like, man, basically forget LeBron James. This Donovan Mitchell's house, right? And that didn't go over well. I thought that it wasn't a cool thing for him to do, although that's how he felt. That's how he felt. It wasn't a cool thing for him to do. And I think he got some pushback because immediately after that, in the press game, he apologized in the post-game conference. He apologized and said he was just trying to give Donovan his flowers, right? And that just made me think, when Michael Jordan was in the league, or don't even take Michael, like Kobe, like nobody would have disrespected Kobe like that. And the reason why is because even if you didn't like Kobe, the body of work that Kobe brought to the table, like, you had to give him his flowers. You had to acknowledge Kobe, right? If you had said something like this about Kobe, then that would have made you look like the fool. You're like, oh man, forget Kobe. This Donovan Mitchell team. Because of what the work that Kobe put in. So my point is, some of the disrespect that LeBron James is getting is because, like, people really don't really value what he brought to the table as a player, right? Now, I do think that he's on his way out. They should have, this guy just should have, shouldn't have said that. But I couldn't see this happen to to Kobe. I couldn't see this happening like when Kareem was retiring. Somebody said, man, forget Kareem. This is it's all about Shaq, or it's all about Hakeem Olajuwon right now, right? That would not have happened because of the body of work and the amount of respect that Kareem, he garnered around the league. But it's different with LeBron. It's just different with LeBron. And I don't think it's no coincidence. Now, what's going to happen with this guy because of the decision that he made to go out there and disrespect LeBron? I don't know. I hope, really, in my opinion, I just hope nothing. I think it was just a lapse in judgment on this guy's part. But, it is what it is. But with that being said, let me play what he said, and then I'm going to come back and give some more of my reaction.
Oh, he wants Jalen Tyson in here. I actually wanted to talk about you two actually in a moment. But you guys are now 10-4 in January, won 5 in a row. We talked in this very same setting not too long ago about you guys need to turn it on. You're here now. You guys are feeling better. What's been the difference?
Just our intensity level on both ends of the floor. You know, not getting too high, not getting too low. Starting the games up strong, even when we don't. Right, like finding a way to be connected, be together. And then this guy's been phenomenal. And I mean, obviously, Evan being out, it's gonna be a lot more required on the both of us. So we're ready to step up, and everybody did their job tonight.
So Kenny Atkinson told us pregame, Jalen, about how you guys have created an incredible connection, and he's been so helpful, kind of helping you along, and you've been helpful in games with him. What is this connection like with you and Don?
I mean, to be honest with you, he's a great player, so it's easy to play off him. You know, I just read off him, and then he makes the right read every time. And then, yeah.
Now, Donovan, last one for you. Obviously, there's a different energy in this building when the James family's here. We saw how the fans reacted to Bronny, and certainly this could be potentially LeBron's last.
All right, let me just say, like, I just think, like, when the media pump up these guys, like how the crowd reacted to Bronny and stuff like that, you know, the media make it seem like, you know, like this guy is a very success. Like the media is, I don't know, they pumping them up more than what they deserve to be pumped up, basically, in my opinion. Like, you know, like everybody is just, they can't wait to see Bronny James and LeBron James. That's why stuff like this happen, man, because people not feeling them like what the media trying to project them as. They're not feeling them like that.
Game in this building, how would you characterize his impact on this city and franchise? Well, you could say something too.
This is Donovan Mitchell City now. This is Donovan Mitchell City now. When he come back here, we're going to make sure that everybody root for him like they did for him. So this is his stuff. This is his city.
Yes, sir, Jalen. Donovan, any thoughts on both?
As much as I appreciate that, you know, at the end of the day, he's laid the foundation, right? Like they've done a lot for the city being from here. You know.
See, all right, and you talking about LeBron James left Cleveland 2 times. First time he left Cleveland, he went to Miami, right? And you had Cleveland fans, you know, burning his jersey, and you had the owner of the Cleveland Cavaliers writing, you know, taking out a full-page interview and stuff like that. So it's mixed feelings in that fan base. Now, had LeBron James been a lifelong Cleveland Cavalier, then I don't think that this guy could make that statement and not make himself look like a fool. Or if he did spend the bulk of his career in Cleveland, but it's mixed feelings there. It's mixed feeling. He left Cleveland, like I said, for Miami. Then he left Cleveland to go to Los Angeles, right? So some fans, you know, that I spoke to, people that I know from Cleveland, some of those they could care less what LeBron James did. You know, that's not his. He never had a forever home because he kept leaving. Miami, you know, like he can't go back to Miami. He's not well received in Miami. Then when you think about Los Angeles, like Lakers fans are ready. You know, they can't wait for LeBron James to leave. Now, had he stayed in one of these places for the entirety of his career, then people would, you know, he would be looked at differently. But he jumped around from team to team, you know. So there's no loyalty coming from LeBron James to any city, any fan base. So why should a city or a fan base in turn be loyal to LeBron James? He had a really great career, but again, that loyalty is not there coming from LeBron James to a fan base. And so that's why you get this kind of pushback and this disrespect. Like I said, when you have, this would have never happened to Kobe Bryant. This would have never happened to Kareem. You know, this would have never happened to Mike, because all those guys, man, just had more loyalty to a fan base. Although Kareem started his career with the Milwaukee Bucks, right? And he won a championship with the Bucks. But for the most part, man, Kareem was seen as a Los Angeles Laker. Kobe was seen as a Los Angeles Laker. Mike was a Chicago Bull, you know, through and through. So I don't get, man. You know, I mean, I think this kid may have put his career at risk when he did this. I hope that he didn't. You know, I hope that this don't have a negative impact on him. But I think part of the disrespect that LeBron James received, in my opinion, is LeBron James. Now, I'm not trying to justify what this kid did. I think that, you know, sometimes you just got to play along with the, you know, stay on code, so to speak. Sometimes you just got to stay on code. But basically, and then sometimes people don't even want to stay on code. Like people feel like, all right, man, I want to be honest here. You know, it's about what we're doing right now. You know, because if you think about it, Donovan Mitchell played for the Jazz, so he's not a lifelong. You know, that's not his permanent home. Donovan Mitchell, who knows, may wind up going somewhere else at, you know, in a couple years. So, you know, I don't know, man. I just hope that, you know, I think some of the disrespect that LeBron James received is partly on him too. So, that's my take on it. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to leave a comment. And with that being said, man, I'm going to check y'all out in the next video. Peace.